Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mr. Smelly Show. Today, we're going to talk about the Chypre fragrance. What is a Chypre fragrance? Before we do that, don't forget to go to myfragrancesamples.com if you want to buy fragrance samples in the USA or Canada. That's my #1 recommended place to get your designer and niche fragrances from a tremendous, huge range of samples. Recommended, link in description. Okay, the Chypre fragrance. A classic type of fragrance dating from the early 20th century. I'm going to give you a little definition of what it is. I made a special clip for you guys. Why am I talking about it? Well, one special reason for that is as we film this today, the weekend is coming to an end, and it's my weekend of launching Chypre Fulminare by Naughton & Wilson, the brand I was privileged to launch in 2020. It's not a YouTuber brand. I just happen to have a channel, and on the side, I've also got my own fragrance brand. But of course, I want you, my viewers, to know all about it. Go there. The link is in the description. This fragrance is an absolute stunner. It opens very bright and very citrusy. It's got lime, it's got orange, it's got lemon, it's got ylang ylang. In the middle, you've got some pepper, you've got labdanum, you've got a mossy base, oak moss in there, and also a leathery feel. Very masculine, actually, overall. Though we'll say it's unisex. Anyone can wear anything, but it leans a little masculine. It's got oak moss, it's got leather, it's got castoreum. It's an absolutely stunning new fragrance. If you liked our other two, you're going to love this. Only available in the UK so far. Go there, don't miss out. We don't know, we haven't actually had a huge production run yet, and so they might run out soon. So go there fast in the UK and get your bottle. Only £95. One last thing then. As I film this, it is the old Black Friday weekend, and we have an incredible offer for our previous two fragrances, the Superb Fougère Gravitas Pour Homme and the citrusy, spicy scent Bon Vivant. Both of those, whether you're in the USA, Canada, or UK, 30% off, okay? 30% off. Amazing offer. Don't miss this. Link in the description for NaughtonandWilson.com. We'll get this one to the USA as soon as possible, and in 2023, our top priority also is to sort out shipping to the EU. I'm sorry if you're anywhere you can't buy it. Okay, let's get into it. So the Chypre fragrance, classic genre of fragrances. What does it mean, though? It's a funny old world. It's a funny old world, and that's a funny word. Here's my explanation of what a Chypre is. The name Chypre means Cyprus in French, and this name comes from Chypre de Coty, which was launched by the famous French house of Francois Coty in 1917. Chypre fragrances are built around a woody, mossy accord, and the classical Chypre structure will start out with fresh citrus notes, often bergamot. There'll be florals in the heart. That can be rose, ylang ylang, jasmine. These can vary a lot, and the base usually combines some deep woody notes. Often there's patchouli in there. Our fragrance has vetiver and smooth labdanum, which is an incense-like resin. Also, you have to have earthy oak moss in the base. What you get as a result of this is a really nice layering of different sensations. Bright, shimmering, citrusy, effervescent top notes mixing with the musky, balsamic warmth of those darker, heavier base notes. The effect is really, really special and magical. There's so many different types, but there is a certain thread running through all Chypre fragrances, which you may well come to know and love. The proportions of the various ingredients there can vary an awful lot. Some other kinds of things can be added in there to give you a new facet, a more woody one or a fruity one, etc., etc. Okay, so green notes like galbanum may be added in there. If you overdose on the citruses, you get a very refreshing, citrus-heavy, eau de cologne-esque type Chypre fragrance. Other Chypres can be much more leaning towards the oriental side of things, with more of the ambery or the incense or the animalic type undertones, okay? Although Coty established the Chypre as a fragrance family and I guess defined its modern structure, the word originally refers to perfumed concoctions that go right back to antiquity, when the island of Cyprus was at the heart of the perfume trade. So you can go back to Egyptian and Roman empires and find that this may be where the actual Chypre kind of originated, but our modern day version was born in the early 20th century. Okay, so Mitsuko by Guerlain is one of the most famous examples of a Chypre fragrance. That was a 1919 release, and alongside Coty, these were two of the quintessential examples of this style. Okay, so what did you think of that? Chypre fragrances are great. Don't get too hung up, okay? So you can say this fragrance is a Chypre and so is this one, and they might smell almost nothing alike. You can have all kinds of things. Aventus by Creed officially is a fruity Chypre. It doesn't conform to much of what we just talked about there, okay? So I don't know quite how all this stuff works. You know, you've got Chanel Pour Monsieur here. This is officially a Chypre. I don't know that it necessarily conforms to everything I said in that video. It's more of the citrusy leaning end of things. Another one from Chanel that I love that was pictured in the clip there, Antaeus, leans more towards those kind of leathery undertones and dark woody accords, but it does have many of the features that we mentioned there in the clip there. So they can really smell radically different from one another. These genres are not that important, okay? It's probably more helpful to normal people and even to aficionados to say, our fragrance smells invigorating, fresh, green, citrusy, spicy, leathery, okay, with that incense in there too, sophisticated. That would be a better description than Chypre. That doesn't tell you enough. Fulminare means a lightning strike or to be struck, to strike like lightning, okay, that's what it means, to strike like lightning. To strike like lightning, and it has that kind of potency that we really like, and that's electrifying quality, but not electrocuting anyone. That's really bad. Okay, Chypre Fulminare, check it out. Chypre said, let me know what you thought of my definition. Was it any good? I love them. I think it's a great style. I'm happy to have Mitsuko in my collection. I don't think you can get Coty's Chypre anymore, but I wouldn't mind a vintage bottle. Let me know what you think about that. Please subscribe if you like my channel. I do give you something different. Here is the subscribe button down. But subscribe. You'll see loads of videos from me that are different. And you can check out my magnificent live streams Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. New York City, 5:30 p.m. kind of time. Guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, sometimes life may stink, but at least we can always smell good. NaughtonandWilson.com. Go there. Chypre Fulminare and your amazing 30% off deal. It's madness. Bye.